We'll do that and that and that. Alright. Looks like... Let me just double check everything. It looks like we're live streaming. Doing the live stream thing on the right. Audio driver thing as well. Oh god, I don't want to hear myself. That's disgusting. And then I'm just gonna ping everyone in the Discord. Oh boy, okay. Alright, we're live streaming. Fun. I'm just gonna work on a collection of songs that I've been working on, and maybe we'll do something new. I don't know. I'm just gonna try to be productive and work on music today, because I don't know what else to fucking do, so... Well, I do know what else I need to do. I have a lot to do, but I'm gonna do this instead. So, fun. Anyways, yeah. I have some questions regarding... I think I need to change the sound design in this section over here and work on the intros and outros, but other than that, I think it's pretty solid. Like here, just to begin with. Like this guy. Like, I think we could start this out, honestly, with just a filter. It totally gets quieter. Okay, so over here. I don't like the click there. Maybe we just stretch this guy, warp you, stretch you out. Sounds kind of like something getting slurped. But I don't think that's the move. Why is it panned so weird? That's my question. I think we'll just put utility on this. What? Where's the panning? Is it up here? We have a wider. Okay, wherever it is, it doesn't matter. I can take the utility and I'll just put it up here. And we'll have the width do that. And then I think this guy over here, you can't really hear him. So I think we could just like do that. this guy here, I might be able to layer this with another thing. Also, there is distortion on this. I think it's... Is there... There's got to be distortion on this. Yeah, it's inside here, and I think it's on Signfold. No, it's not. I just don't know what I'm doing. That's over here. I'm in the wrong section. Okay, I think it's sounding better. It sounds like a little bit more full, has more impact, right? Thank you, Exon. I appreciate it. Man, I hate releasing music. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. There's so much like fucking ego tied up into it. And then typically, you know, if you release something, like I'm gonna like set it up for distributors and I'm not gonna listen to it for like a month. And then it comes out and I haven't listened to it forever, so my ears are refreshed, and now I'm hearing like mixing issues in it and shit. And I don't know. There's only like one or two parts in the song that like really bother me that I want to go back and fix. That is too late. Overall, I think it's good. But fuck, I hate releasing music. It sucks. It's not fun, but it's good to have stuff out. So I'm happy. I'm glad that I did it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I should probably shill that song more. Because I don't know, it's super important for me to shill music right when I release it. Maybe I should have like titled the stream something different. I don't know. What I need to do, I'm thinking of doing a song breakdown, like how I did like a track breakdown, like I did on some of the Tingled Snake songs. Here, I'm just linking this in the chat. You should all go like it and repost it and stuff. That'd be super cool. I'm thinking of maybe doing a track breakdown. Like, well, one, it would obviously like promote the song more, but I'm just like, I don't know how useful of a track breakdown that would be, because I feel like I'm not necessarily doing that much interesting shit in it beyond some of the basic microtonal stuff. And I guess some of the like wubs and stuff. It's all stuff that I've covered in like a variety of different videos, but then I could like package it all into one, I guess, and explain how I mix down some stuff. I don't know. I should probably do that. I should do that. I need to make more like educational content that isn't just me live streaming, because honestly live streaming is like lower effort. But yeah, I need to show more. I need to up my marketing game. I fucking hate marketing. I don't think anyone likes it, but I know some people do. I know some people who are really good at it. But yeah, I need to work on that. But yay, new music. Oh boy. I feel like this sound is kind of boring, question mark, because it's just like I need to make it better, because it's just, you know, squelches. It's just a saw wave chord squelch, right? Maybe we could do some like spectral time shit, because we've been messing around with that recently. Like a general idea, I think this is good. I'm just like wondering if I should try layering it with more shit, or chords or something. I could try resampling. Oh, maybe here's an idea. Let's copy this whole fucking thing over. First, let's listen back here. I'm gonna resample all of it, and then we'll transpose it, put some filters on it, add some like reverb, other effects or something, and then we can layer it together, open auto filters over it to like create dynamics in terms of the timbre changing. That could be cool, right? I probably shouldn't have recorded with the waltz thing in the background. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone's mentioned Banjo-Kazooie specifically for this song before. I think it's the, I mean, it's a silly sounding song, but like the little fucking xylophone sounding thing, you know? It's like bone, it's like the skeleton, spooky scary skeleton kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. And it is spooky. It's got that nice, it's like a harmonic minor melody. I don't know. Harmonic minor is good. Augmented seconds, pretty good. Hey, what's up, Gordon? How you doing? We doing some 12-tone, boring 12-tone harmonic minor, spooky scary skeleton waltz stuff, and it's a vibe. I don't know exactly about the sound design here. Just the main squelchy things in this last section. I feel like the previous section is a lot better. Where am I at? Not that. This guy. Maybe we can put, let's put, here, first let's save the project file, because I know this has crashed my shit before. And then let's tentatively use the audio effect that crashes my shit and pray. There we go. And then here, I'll show you the beginning of the song. It's a little bit, I don't know, more sound design heavy. Sounds kind of like Jellyfish. That's the vibe I get from it. Yeah, okay, so I think this first section over here is now sounding a lot more clusterfucky and chaotic and like lacking like cohesion. I mean, that's just because it's just a bunch of sound design stuff like on eighth notes kind of. 100% like rate. Yeah, I've never, I don't know, at least when I'm like looking at my own stream when live, it fluctuates and seems to lie to me. Like sometimes we'll say there's one viewer when there's actually like 10 and there's actively people chatting, or like the likes will fluctuate. Like right now it says 0 likes. Like if I refresh the stream, oh, now it says 3. And now it just went up from like 4 people watching to 7. I don't know. I mean, it's probably complicated. I never really pay too much mind. Anyways, yeah, so this section here. It's I don't know. I think I need to do some subtractive work and like removing certain eighth notes, right? Yeah, I mean, I imagine it probably has something to do with algorithm, because whenever I look at like some of the larger streamers, there's usually like mods in the chat like yelling at everyone to like the stream because it helps the algorithm or whatever. But how all the videos that have like blown up with the algorithm seem to be just like completely random. Usually when I put something slightly clickbaity or gibberish in the title, which that does make sense for like the algorithm, but like active chat participation during the live stream and likes that are given to the stream during the live stream, I haven't seen correlate much to like people watching the stream after the fact. I don't know. I have no idea. I think it's just all kind of random. That being said, you should still like the stream. Exon has the right idea. Actually, no, don't like the stream. Instead, go listen to and like and repost the song I just released. Wow, look at me go. I'm marketing. Yeah, there is like kind of a cultural difference between like Twitch and YouTube. I still need to, I'm lazy as fuck and I still haven't bothered figuring out how to multi-stream to both Twitch and YouTube, but I feel like it makes a lot of sense for me to do music stuff on YouTube, considering I have a YouTube tutorial channel. So like streaming music stuff on that channel makes sense, whereas I feel like Twitch is like more community oriented, but also it's more, I don't know, I personally don't follow that many people who like stream music stuff, or the ones that I do don't stream regularly or often. Everyone I follow on YouTube or on Twitch, they all play video games or, you know, some variety of that. It's more community oriented stuff, you know? Yeah, I should just multi-stream. Do that. It'd probably be extremely simple and easy to figure out. Yeah. And it feels aesthetically better to chat on. Yeah. Yeah, there's some issues with YouTube. Like my streams, it takes like a day after the stream, like 24 hours until after the stream's been posted for the chat to be on the, for you to be able to watch the VOD and look at the chat at the same time. YouTube seems more interested in music for some reason. Yeah, I think that makes sense because like, I don't know, my YouTube recommended is entirely like music related stuff, and so I guess I'm like more likely to get people streaming music creation, whereas Twitch is like specifically meant for like gaming and stuff, you know? I mean, I know there's like a whole music tab on it, but I feel like all the people that I've seen on there, they tend to be like live improvisational like performances. It's like almost like busking, but you know, like online, which is sick and cool, but like it seems like there's less of a producer community. There's still some. Like I know the Whittler, he used to stream like every week, and that was super cool and like pretty inspiring because he would do like track breakdowns and feedback and stuff like that. And my live streams, my only production sessions, like oh, do I produce in private? Yeah, I do. But honestly, since I started live streaming, the majority, I would say, like maybe a little over half of when I produce is live streamed. If I'm doing something like extremely boring, like I'm just like mixing and mastering or doing like, I don't know, just like phase aligning kicks and subs, like more technical work, I'll try not to stream that. Also, like, you know, when I live stream, I only have the endurance to do it for like maybe like 2-3 hours at a time, and then when I'm tired, when my ears are fatigued, then like you can't work on music for like more than 3 hours in a row. You need to take a break. So then I'll stop streaming, and then I'll come back to the song like 3 hours later, and then I'll work on it for another 3 hours in private or something. But I have been streaming most of my production stuff, which has been fun because it motivates me to be productive. You know, like I feel like you know, if you sit down and you have a camera on your face and you have people watching you, you're gonna get shit done. You're not gonna turn it off and watch YouTube and vegetate. that, and also like the teaching aspect, people asking questions, me having to translate, you know, concepts or what I'm doing into verbalizing it, and just teaching is the best way to learn something yourself, you know. Find it impressive you can produce with the pressure of having to entertain people. I mean, I'm not trying to entertain people, I'm just producing music and people just show up or they don't. Yeah, there's no pressure to entertain. I would suppose I like sometimes I do feel that pressure, and that like if I'm trying to build something from scratch and it's not going well, I get frustrated a lot easier because I'm like, well, these people are probably bored watching me make absolute dog shit, you know. So there's like a little bit more anxiety, I suppose, involved in uh wanting to make something good. And so like I found myself going to reuse the same old bag of tricks over and over again, because like, okay, I know this gives me reliable results and I need to make something good for the live stream, which is like, that's not a good mindset to have if you want to be making like more experimental stuff, or like break yourself out of like a shell, or, you know, avoid like writer's block. And that's like something I've like navigated and worked on. But like the more you live stream, the easier it gets. Like I was anxious as fuck when I first started doing it, like a year or something ago. But I don't know, you yap at a camera long enough and then it becomes natural. So the art, painting, drawing community is actually pretty dope because you get to know other artists and hang out with each other's life. Yeah, same. Gordon Weary, who, yeah, he's been chatting, he live streams like pretty much every single night at like midnight Pacific time or so, and I've just been hopping in there and just chatting, talking about like microtonality and music theory and stuff like that. And there's a cute little community there, and most everyone there live streams, and that's been pretty fun. There's no pressure to entertain. Literally the best way to use this is just to have the camera on and work, answer questions, not to entertain. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I would also say it I mean, it's like it teaches you to be like more confident and have more confidence in yourself. And there is, I suppose, some element of entertainment in that. I don't know. I think there's a lot of transferable skills in terms of like building confidence and being a little bit more social that comes from, yeah, live streaming and talking about all your shit and putting yourself out there. Like if you never put, I don't know, just putting yourself out there like often will, you know, like gear you to being able to do that in other situations where it's called for. Whereas if you never put yourself out there at all, then when a situation arises where you really should, then you're gonna freeze up, you know. That makes sense. I'm not articulating myself super well. You follow my shit and check out both your SoundCloud. Nice. Oh yeah, it teaches you time management too. Yeah, there's a clock. Exactly. And I'm generally much more productive. Like even though I've just like paused working on music for like 10 minutes, I'm just like yapping at the chat. One, it like gives me a break for my ears, and two, I would probably end up just like getting sidetracked and I would just like watch a fucking hour-long documentary on YouTube or something instead, you know. And it's also all related. And just having to verbalize my thoughts on everything, like verbalizing, okay, what is it that I want to do? Where do I want the song to go? How am I going to structure it? Turning your thoughts into language makes you really like dissect and understand like your intentions and where you're going with something. So you live paint at concerts, nice. Yeah, I'm friends with a couple live painters. So it's like similar. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. And like an electronic music scene, I imagine. I don't know. I've only been involved in the like psychedelic bass hippie scene. There's a lot of live painting and live performances and stuff like that in that little pocket, which is really pretty cool. I like the how many different like styles, how many different art forms are all intermingled in the community, which is pretty neat. It's interesting to use a projector. I imagine you're talking about the live painting. I know people that they'll just bring like a canvas out and just paint. Either like they'll start a brand new project, or they're just like working on one project. So like if I go to a series of shows throughout a couple months or whatever, I'll see the same live painters and I'll see how their project is like evolving over time. Oh, the dye on a dish being projected. Yeah, I've seen that too. That shit's super cool. Like using a microscope. There's some really cool, like using like ferrofluid and microscopes and dyes and stuff like that. Trying to get smart screens so I could do like large scale digital painting on that. Nice. Yeah, I've been considering, I want to make more educational content that is less so me just like talking to a camera and showing Ableton, and maybe like a little bit more rigorous in terms of like drawing stuff. And I need to stop drawing in MS Paint. So I'm thinking of getting like some drawing iPad type thing, maybe. My handwriting is really fucking bad. But yeah, that's been a thought of mine, because I want to start pivoting to a little bit more like abstract, like microtonal music theory stuff instead of just entirely sound design. I am Central Illinois. Okay, I'm in California. I'm in the Bay Area. I'm near San Francisco, Santa Cruz. I'm in and around the Santa Cruz like music community pretty often. Yeah, the ferrofluid stuff is big on Instagram. Yeah. Okay. Right, what was I thinking? I need to make these dudes a little bit better. Let's just take, I don't know, let's just wing it. Let's just start throwing stuff on stuff. Let's take spectral time, because we've just been spectraling all the time lately. And we'll put, how do I enable track delays where I could put tracks in like negative time, you know what I'm talking about? There used to be a button down here. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that was a button. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, that zooms in. Interesting. Okay, that zooms in every single waveform. I also didn't know that was a thing. I'm just learning more and more stuff. Okay, let's take the spellbook and let's just like slap you on that, and then we'll set that like that, and then we'll set that to that, and then we'll lower the offset, and then let's also put you on mask, because why not? And then we'll invert these and change these to different parameters, and then we'll move that around, we'll multiply that, and then we'll spin this, and then I'll make this knob move really slow, and I'll map that to itself. And now if I move this little thing around, it's gonna start speeding up and slowing down of its own accord. And so now we got all these knobs that are kind of moving. Oh, we don't want the feedback to go that high. That's a lot. Damn, you guys are still in the rhythm era? That's not fun. I was into rhythm in like 2018 for a little bit, for a few months. That was a fun few months, and then the following few years was very not fun when I stopped liking it. Yeah, there's similarities between all of it. You know, I mean, it's all like dubstep, right? It's all like dubstep and variations of dubstep and stuff. Yeah. there is good rhythm out there for sure, but it's just extremely oversaturated, and 99% of the people that make it are uninspired, and boring. But there is good shit out there for sure. It's not inherently bad, and I like there are rhythm elements in the type of music that I listen to and the type of music I make. You know, like one like rhythm drop, or like yeah, incorporating rhythm or using it as like some whatever influence for music can be really cool, and that type of rhythm or that type of like structure can be super cool. But like fuck dude, I cannot listen to an entire 60-minute set of that. I'm so over it now. But there was a point in my life where I really liked it, so like I get it, I understand. But yeah, it just needs to be like more interesting, and I really don't like the like screechy tear out stuff. Thank you, Bacon Cake, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm happy I am finally releasing shit. I have so much stuff to release. It is obscene, but we're starting now. So maybe this song, I don't know. I need to work on the next EP, next album. This rest of this EP that I'm releasing right now should be out sometime next month. And then I'm gonna do something a little bit more colorful and less scary sounding than the thing I'm just releasing now. Diversity within DJ sets is very important. I agree with that. And it needs to be more diversity than like dubstep for 40 minutes and then you play drum and bass for 15 minutes. Like in the middle of the set. Like more than that. Please. Actually, no, everyone's doing breakbeat now. No, everyone's doing UK garage. Everyone's doing fucking UK dubstep and garage and just UK 140. Basically, just anything where you have British people yapping over dubstep. It's completely taking over the entire like scene that I'm in, and I'm so over it. I can't. All right, Loompasket. Scat. They aren't on SoundCloud? Oh, no, they're here, but they don't have their own SoundCloud name.
Rhythm.
All right, the intro was cool. The breakdown and then I can't do that. I don't think you can link shit. Gordon, do you know how to if it's possible to enable people linking stuff in the YouTube chat? I don't think so. Like the only alternative that I know is you're gonna have to like join the Discord and then drop a link in there. But then I feel bad because then I'm forcing everyone to join my Discord. No, yeah, I know. I noticed this was a remix. I mean, he doesn't appear to have anything on at least SoundCloud. We can try Spotify or something. Right. Here we go.
What you doing?
Yeah, this is pretty good. This is much better than the usual rhythm that I've heard. Yeah, no, this is actually pretty good. I like the textures and stuff. Definitely sounds a little bit more different. Ones that are not as heavy. Hit the conga bunga. All right. Last one. some good shit. You know what? I'm liking that. It's going in the likes. It's gonna come up in my shuffle in like 2 months, and I'm gonna be amused. It's gonna be great. Okay. Oh shit! I forgot to give those other 2 people feedback. Well, Exon is here right now, so I'm giving Exon feedback, and then I'll type feedback up for them later. I'm not gonna do it in the stream. I feel like that would be better. This is just a weird, mildly creative mixing idea. When you have the like downbeat thing, like, you know, echo out and gets quiet, and then all that you hear is just the drums and the sub bass with all the harmonics. What if you like reduce all the or like lower the harmonics over time at the same time as the delay fade out, so that like the sub becomes like quote unquote more deep? Like it gets quieter, I suppose, and then you're removing the upper harmonics, which will be quieter on like other sound systems, but I don't know, some evolution of changing the sound or filtering your sub as the echo goes out. I think that could be cool in terms of dynamics, right? Oh, here, I'll go back. Oh, okay, Bacon Cake. Yeah, I'll do your thing right after. Maybe a little bit less reverb at this part. This all sounds good. This is like pretty subjective and nitpicky at this point. Or sidechain your reverb with your donk sound, so that when it plays, it's more dry, and then the reverb opens up afterwards with like a decently large release. That could be an idea. I mean, it sounds good as is. You don't have to do that. I love this. I think it's a little bit too bright. Just like maybe just put an EQ and like a little bit like -1 dB with a kind of wide Q around the like 2 kilohertz range, and then maybe a slight boost of like 1 dB in the like 200 to 700 hertz range. So just like lower the highs a little bit, and then raise the mids just a little bit, just to change the balance. Because I think you can add a little bit more mids, at least in this part of the song. Feels like it's lacking just a little bit, just a tiny bit. I mean, this sounds great. This is playable as is. You can play this at a club and shit would knock. So these are pretty. We're getting pretty nitpicky at this point. It sounds good. I love this part. I love this sound quality, the like chords pitch bending. Maybe consider a switch up with the sub bass, because the sub bass is kind of following the same like hip hoppy kind of like breaky in and out pattern from before, but now that we have these like chords that are like kind of trailing off, maybe you could do something with like a longer sub tail that also pitch bends. Like pitch bending your sub could be cool. That's the direction I would take this little section here personally. Again, it sounds good as is, but that's like my creative thoughts right now. I want when it goes, I want the sub also to go, you know, at the same time, or it goes up in different sections, shit like that. These little stabs that are happening here, the boom, 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 right? That are super noisy with like a sharp transient. I would turn them down just a little bit, or add a compressor with a really, really low attack, just because the transients are kind of gnarly. No, probably just turn it down just a little bit, just like 2-3 dB. Yeah, these guys are too loud for sure. And then the thing I said about the sub bass before, if you change it up, don't change it up for this section, because this section here sounds perfect as is. In terms of like, I don't know, whatever creative thoughts I had before. This sounds great. I don't know. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. That's my favorite thing that you've submitted for sure. That was great. Super creative, super cool, very cohesive, tells a story, goes from A to B to C to B to A again. Shit is super good. Yeah, I guess whatever little mixing things I said. The vibrato synth, which the vibrato is so good, is too bright, and that's like really that, and then the super noisy hard transient stabs that you have in the second half of the song are a little bit too loud. That's pretty much the only like objective, quote unquote objective feedback I have. And then I have some random subjective ideas for how I'd like spice up different sections, just with like dynamics in terms of controlling harmonic content in the sub bass, and then maybe like pitch bending the sub bass in that middle section when you first introduce the pitch bendy chords. Because the pitch bendy chords is such a cool little vibe change, but the sub is like, I want the sub just to change just a little bit more to complement it. That's about it. Great shit. Pretty much playable. Yeah, just needs a little bit of the volume adjustment with those elements near the end, and the high end synth. Super cool. Also, what's up, Cam? Yeah, I'm gonna miss you too. I am mad jealous. I can't believe you're gonna see fucking Genre in like 2 days. It's a load of bullshit. You get to see him and I don't. Okay, alright, let's check out Delirium's Frog WIP. Which is, who is it? Oh, Bacon Cake. Bacon Cake is Delirium. Alright, let's check this one out. Okay, intro is fucking sick. Super cool. Love the harmonic series, the overtone scales and all that. I would apply just a tiny bit, maybe a tiny bit of soothe in the mid-range area. In the intro once you start to introduce the overtone thing. And then at this drop here, it feels a little bit too busy, I think. Everything up until this point has been great in terms of contrast, and then right now I feel like mildly overwhelmed. That's my first thoughts. I'm gonna go back 10 seconds. Let's check it out. Yeah, this section right here, you end up introducing a bunch of elements that is like kind of overwhelming. And then also, when you're playing a lot of the elements together, they start to add in frequency content, and it starts to overwhelm a little bit around 1 to 2K, it seems, which is like, as I'm sure you know, is like a pretty sharp area for our ears. So just be a little bit mindful of that. Again, like soothe or some sort of dynamic EQ on a group that has all of your melodic elements together, putting some dynamic EQ or something, some suppressor thing. Or I guess a multi-band compressor would probably fix that. I think these elements here are just a little bit too bright in the like ultra highs, like the 10 to 20 kilohertz area. It feels like just a little bit too loud there. They sound great though. Just like a little like uncanny how bright they are relative to everything else. And maybe consider playing with width a little bit, because they're like really wide the whole time. Maybe like at one point they're really wide, and at another point they start off mono and then open up outwards, or they start outwards and then close inwards or something. Or, you know, you could do panning or something. Some variety in terms of how you're doing stereo imaging could be cool. The thought. I think that little note right there might, this is just my suspicion, but I think if you're listening on a big sound system, it would probably be kind of overwhelming how loud that note is in the like mid-range. Just, I'm unsure about that, but I would maybe turn that down by like 3-4 dB. Well, I'm kind of pissed that the song just ends right there, because that was like the best part, man. Okay, yeah, I would say overall, in terms of like creative feedback, my only real beef with the song, I guess, would be in the very first drop when it first hits. It feels like there's a lot of competing ideas that are kind of all playing at the same time. Or maybe I think it just needs like subtractive work in terms of figuring out what does and doesn't like need to be there, because a lot starts to happen at once. There's like one idea and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then before I can even finish processing that idea, another thing comes in and then another thing comes on top of that. And they're all sitting kind of together in the mix at the exact same time. And then it starts like the mix also starts to get like kind of muddy and like not muddy, but like clustered. And then it gets a little confusing for a second. Especially with the like bagpipe sounding thing. It just seems like there's a few elements that are kind of fighting each other and working on like subtractive work, or at least subtractive work and then EQ to make sure every element has space carved out with it, I think would be pretty good. The second drop is great, no complaints, sounds fucking awesome. Because like the second drop is like, it's a much more concrete, deliberate idea, I suppose. There's one element at a time grabbing my attention. You're like, look at this thing, now look at this thing, now look at this thing, and I can follow along very easily, which is in contrast from the first drop, which is a little bit more chaotic. The intro is fucking awesome. I love what you did with the overtones. I imagine you're just like playing around with Operator or something if you're using Ableton. And then, yeah, I don't think you have to do too much more to extend the song. I just want like another like 16 bars or something, 16 or 32 bars, just like that drop times 2, maybe add a couple different fills or something. All the percussion is really good. Here, let me go back to the first drop that I keep complaining about a little bit before that. Yeah, like right there also, when I was talking about soothe, like it's, or some multi-band compression or something, it starts to get a little sharp around there. Reminds me of Rhizomorphic. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I think it's just, yeah, the very first thing that happens, I'm like, okay, cool. And then you add another thing, and then another thing, and then another thing, and I'm like, well, it's happening. And then the mix gets kind of clustered. I could also be complaining just because the mix starts to get a little congested around the like mid highs or whatever at this point, and then it throws me off. But besides that, this is great. It's impressive as fuck. I am honestly intimidated. It sounds super cool. A lot of really, really cool ideas in here. Great percussion. And yeah, no, it's a journey and takes you to a lot of different places. And the soundscape at the beginning is really, really special. It's really cool. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anything cool in chat? You recognize Spanky and a few friends in my Discord. Yeah, Spanky's cool. Can't enable links in YouTube chat. Yeah. Did Bacon Cake say anything else? No, just you'll make an extended version. Okay, yeah, good shit. Really good shit. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I would say just biggest things are just like some soothe or soothe-like thing in the mid highs, or just in the highs, I guess. In both the intro and, you know, during some of the drops, and subtractive work, specifically in the first drop, figuring out what elements really need to be there, or maybe some elements that are in the center of the mix you can make a lot quieter and pan them off to the side, and they can just work as ear candy instead of something that's fighting for your attention in the center. Yeah, abrupt ending. Yeah, no, I mean, it sounds like it's not completely finished yet. It sounds like you're like 90% of the way there, but you just need some like outro thing, some light extension of that drop, maybe like 8 or 16 more bars, and then like an 8 or 16 bar outro, and then you're fucking set. Sounds great. Like, it sounds like something I would hear at Tipper and Friends, like some Rhizomorphic. Yeah, it sounds like Rhizomorphic, I would say. Yeah. How long is the longest song I've ever made? I mean, I've made techno songs that are like 8 minutes long, but techno was cheating, so that doesn't count. What do I have released? Have anything released that's long? This one's Oh my god, what the fuck was I thinking? If I added 1 second to the song, it would be 420. Like, I could just add a second of silence. What's wrong with me? 5 minutes, apparently. No, 5 minutes and 12. Oh, this song kind of sucks, though. It's old. I need to remove, like, 1 minute of the song. This song's decent. Yeah, I guess, like, 5 minutes of the release songs. Like, a song that I am proud of. Yeah, probably this guy, right? I don't know. Length of the song doesn't really matter that much. Like, the longer it gets, the harder it's gonna be to, like, keep it engaging the entire time. I know. I want to say I did make it 420, and nope, here it says 418. The fuck? I wanna say I did intentionally make it 420. But no, it's 418. Never mind. I was gonna say maybe Spotify fucked it up, but I'm just slipping, I guess. Bummer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think length of the song really means all that much. It really is just saying something about, oh, as the song kept playing, it was just getting good. Yeah, it's more so about the structure of the song, because Bacon Cake introduced this new drop that was really percussion heavy and really minimal, with like interesting sub movement and stuff. And it was a large change up or departure, or like a new biome, I suppose, relative to the rest of the song. And I wanted that section to be explored a little bit more, you know? He's like, it was like the most novel thing that I had been shown relative to everything that had been shown so far, just because it was like a different place. And so I was like, it like reinvigorated me in terms of like what I wanted to listen to and how engaged I was with the song, and then it ended before it was like fully fleshed out. It's more of a song structure thing, because you typically want your drops to be like if it's centered around a 16-bar loop, then you tend to, in 4/4 music, like have that happen 4 times, so it ends up being 64 bars. And so the first 16 bars like some introduction of an idea, the second 16 bars is you making a variation of that like first idea, or you're adding elements, and then the next 32 bars you end up flipping that idea while still keeping some main hook in it. That like tends to be the like structure that people go with. Like here in this song, I introduce there's this song, and it goes on for, I guess, yeah, there's 8 bars here and then 8 bars, so 16, right? And I introduce this like weird waltzy thing with this weird jellyfish sounds. And then over here, I create a variation of that idea. I keep the drums, get rid of the jellyfish sounds, and introduce like a waltzy bass melody. And then there's a breakdown, and then I do another like 16 bars or whatever, right? It's all centered around just like the structure, yeah. Sometimes I think people should opt for a long song if they're building up stuff slowly, and the longer you get time to jam out of well, the thing is, like, it's difficult. It's easy to have elements overstay their welcome, you know? Like, I think people need to, like, a short and sweet song is better than something that's long and not as sweet. You know, you have to have enough like perspective to know when your ideas don't deserve that amount of time. You need to have the perspective to know when something isn't working and to cut it out shorter. But yeah, it's dependent on a lot of stuff. It's dependent on the genre. Like in techno, like I'll listen to a kick drum for 12 minutes straight and I'll be like, that fucking kick drum, you know? But, you know, if you're doing something like glitch hop where like you're creating crazy variations every like 4 bars, then yeah, it's not gonna work. It varies. Yeah. Yeah, all right. I don't think anyone else put in feedback, so I guess I'll go back. Depends on the genre, but in most pop-influenced genres, it's difficult to justify a longer song length. Yeah, and no one has an attention span nowadays, so it's pretty difficult, especially for, yeah, dance music. Like with dance music, if you think about it, oftentimes it's made to be DJ friendly because you want to mix it in sets. So if you're DJing this in a set, we're most of the time just going to be playing out one single drop, and that one single drop is probably going to be like a 1 to 2 minutes max, right? Supercilious, yeah, he does long stuff. The more like kind of Spangle psychedelic journey stuff, yeah, those are definitely much longer. More like club music, dance music stuff, I feel like tends to be shorter unless you're playing like techno. It really, I guess, it's just like how length one drop is, right? And then how DJ friendly the rest of it is. Yeah, I was gonna say like this song is pretty weird. Like this is a pretty abstract. This isn't like your normal like club music, so I wouldn't be able to describe it in the same vein. But yeah, but like progressive rock, I guess you don't really mix that if you're like a DJ. So like length of that music is like it's a lot more friendly towards like experimentation over a long period of time and like becoming used to like some like tonal soundscape and then creating variations of that. Like the listener is rewarded with like their patience is rewarded, whereas a lot of electronic music, at least nowadays, I feel like is very ADHD, you know. Like no one listens to albums anymore, especially with electronic music, because they just want sick drops, bro. And then of those songs, like they're all like 3 minutes max. Like longer than that it starts to get ambitious. Ambient should be long. Yeah, agreed. Yeah. We need another auto filter. We'll have this start off being super filtered. And then we'll open this up. We'll go like that. When I go to concerts, I want to cry. I don't care about dancing. I need to dance. I mean, I love to dance. I definitely. It's like if I don't have space to get real wiggly, then like what's the point in living, man? I don't know. Like I can't handle when the club's like super packed or the concert or the festival or whatever. But I get pretty weird and like I like do some weird ass interpretive abstract dancing. That's the way I like best enjoy music, though I typically listen to music that's pretty danceable, but I can get down to like I'll break dance to fucking ambient music, honestly. Like you can make it work. Like that's the best way for me to like properly enjoy medium, I feel like. Yeah, I mean it's like another way to engage with music, and I feel like maximizing the amount of ways that you can engage with it is not about maximizing, but figuring out other ways to engage with music is pretty great. Like breakbeats, for instance. I used to not really like breakbeats, and then I wanted to learn how to break dance, and I learned like some of the basic fundamentals of breakdancing. And then you know, breakdancing you listen to break beats. It's called break dancing, right? And then the fact that I was able to do footwork properly to breakdance or breakbeat music made me enjoy it a lot more. And then I had a whole breakbeat phase. And then now when I hear breakbeat in the club, I can like get down super hard and I like enjoy it a lot more. I feel like it's the way I like best enjoy it. You gotta like feel it in your body, you know? Shut your brain off and then just like go on autopilot and just see what your body does in reaction to the music. I think I've ever cried at a concert. I have a few times, but it's very rare. And I'm usually high as shit when that happens. No, not always. It varies. Tears in the Club. I think that's in Cali. I've not heard that, but I can think of it. I've heard an experience over an activity. Maybe. Nice, you got Bloom. Looks nice, but money. Yeah, it is money. It's also nice. It's tricky. I think it's still on sale for the whatever Black Friday. So if I think you can get it for like 120 instead of 200, and if you're interested, I would nab it. I personally really like it. I use it all the time. I use it on my masters especially. It's cheat codes for the master. Like here, I'll show you what it sounds like with and without Bloom on the master real quick. You'll be like, what? That's just crazy. It's honestly doing so much work for my mix and my master. It's kind of crazy. Like with it off, I'm like, holy shit, the low mids on the squelch bass are like way too high, but it's just taking care of it for me. So yeah, it definitely it's like cheat codes for mixing and mastering. Oh yeah, I need to master my friend's song. I need to do that. But it's been huge for like mixing and mastering other people's songs because it like almost fixes shit in the mix because it's so dynamic, you know. I'm too inhibited to dance only at my sister's wedding. I've been providing public paint walls at concerts. Public should be able to paint. Yeah. Yeah. I like a good paint wall at like a music festival or a concert. AppleSoft FX bundle. I don't know what that is. AppleSoft FX bundle. I don't know what any of these things are. 5 different plugins at once. AP Trigger 3. AP Equalizer. Paper and AP Unmask. AP Verb. I mean, that's a lot of plugins. They're probably good. probably because it's in we're in a harmonic minor scale, which I feel like it's probably kind of unconventional to have an entire song in harmonic minor. Usually they only step into it for a moment. But yeah, harmonic minor has got a little instead of like a major or minor second, we have an augmented second, which gives it the kind of spooky feeling. Because what Arabic some Arabic scales have basically like augmented seconds in them, and like Turkish scales. I don't know like the musicology really to break it down, but yeah, it sounds fucking cool. It sounds like non-Western, I suppose. So it can be, you can get some cool stuff there. I think I'm probably done with working on this song for now. I think we're really getting somewhere. I think I might be overdoing the disperser on the sound. I should probably lower that amount. I think something like that. Okay, done with the song. I need to drink water. And then in the meantime, while I get some water, we're gonna switch to a different song. This song, pretty much done. This song, I need to make the intro good. And I don't want to do that, but I need to do that. And we're gonna be productive today. We're gonna do things that we need to do. Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna get water, I'll be back. we are back. We got this fun little 22 tone equal temperament song and a funny scale. I need to make the intro good. Intro is not good. The rest of the song's pretty good though. Yeah, like what am I doing? What am I doing? Like that part's fine. What are you? Where's the weird? We have a shifter delay somewhere. We have like a feedback delay loop with a shifter shifting up a thing constantly, right? Yeah, that guy's just not good, man. Hey, you realize the logo is the P and the Q? Yes. Very astute. I'm pretty happy with that logo. I like it. Why did I do these things? You know, sometimes you just gotta, like, question what the fuck you were thinking before. So this guy's pretty cool. So we are in 22 tone equal temperament, right? So 22 notes per octave, bunch of notes. And we're in this type of scale called Pajara, which basically means it is a, like, you know how in a major scale, you got 7 large steps and 2 small steps, and it goes like large, 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 small, large, 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 whatever. You know, you're changing between large notes and small notes. And the pattern doesn't repeat until the whole octave cycles. And that way, if you offset, you know, different notes and indicate different, you know, tonics or root notes for whatever your key is in your scale, you have 7 total modes because the thing never repeats. Now here, you have a pattern that repeats at exactly the tritone. And it's a large step and then 4 small steps, right? And then this whole pattern here repeats. So you can take these notes, move back here, and then you got a whole pattern. And it sounds fucking neat. Now, the way that I'm doing it right now is weird in that there's no fifth against the tonic. At least in the scale how I structured it, but honestly, I might have just tricked myself into thinking that the tonic is a different note. But because we have a tritone, and then there's nothing. But if we move a tritone away from here, and then a little step, then we have a fifth. So there's a fifth for everything except for this root note. I don't think C's actually, I don't know what I'm interpreting as a tonic, but regardless, it's a cool scale. It's got interesting qualities and stuff. Yeah. Like I was saying, how the major scale has like 7 modes, because this cycles at the tritone. We only have 5 modes. It's like a 10-note scale. Or I guess in this case it's a 8-note scale, because I'm ignoring one of the small steps. I don't know. Basically, it's cool. We got cool new sounds. I think the sectional sounds fine. Everything past here. I'm just gonna play the whole thing through. Alright, I still need an outro. I think that all sounds fine. I think it's all cool, at least creatively. Maybe some slight mixing changes, but overall, it's good. The intro sucks, though, and that's what I'm here to do. So what if we take, like, these guns? We just, like, stick it in the intro? No, that doesn't work. Not work. We slow it down a bunch. Let's make a new audio track that isn't distorted. can't I hear... Why isn't this panned? This is not panned. Do we have... We're lowering width? We're lowering width! Oh no! Let's not do that here. Obviously, we get rid of that shit. Get rid of that. We have this kind of... I think the percussion is like too minimal for how low mid and low heavy this whole area is. We need to like balance out the frequency spectrum in the beginning just a little bit more, not like too much, not like it's like the main drop or anything, but it's too sparse. The only high end you ever hear is just this little taka thing. So let's just get a bunch of tree branches. Tree scrape, branch scrape. Yeah. Yeah, these guys. This is the shit right here. Wait, let's delete all that. Zoom in a little bit more. Now they're all like pretty much right next to each other. Then we can consolidate them. Then we can stretch them out. Reverse them. Then we can set this, maybe quantize it. Obviously, we're gonna do some filtering and stuff. Maybe a little bit of erosion just for extra shit. Then, let's take a compressor and let's create another chain. Take a utility, put that on here, inverse the side chain. And then we'll sidechain directly from kick snare. And we'll have a long release. So this is an inverse compressor now. This compressor, do that thing, and then you'll hear it instead whenever the kick plays, right? It's kind of like doing this like side chaining a gate to something. But I feel like you have a lot more control with it this way. You can do a lot of really cool shit, honestly, just by parallel processing something with the phase inversion of the input signal. So like something that I really like to do for like bandpass filters. So I make a lot of like squelches and stuff, which are just formant filters over like a synthesizer, or parallel bandpass filters, right? Because like parallel bandpass filters over like the vocal range is effectively formant filter. And so if you parallel process a band reject filter, right? You're actually all you're going to hear is what's being removed because you're using the inverse signal, you're subtracting it, right? So now you have like, can't really hear it. Let me flatline it afterwards, right? Right, and that's basically a bandpass filter. But if you have two band reject filters, right, and they're both covering each other, instead of adding together like you normally add two bandpass filters together, instead of that adding two signals together, these effectively they're just both deleting the same signal, which does nothing. Like it's the same thing as one single signal, which then becomes one bandpass filter. So effectively, you have two bandpass filters, and when they cover over each other, they become one, and that gives you a different sound, where it doesn't sound like you're adding filters together. Actually, now that we're here, let's get a spell book. And then we can move the frequency around that guy, move the frequency around that guy. Let's move you like that and move you like that, and then we'll spin ya. Yeah, like the main reason why I do this is because like when you make squelchy sounds, if you're adding two bandpass filters together, when they pass over each other, it's going to get really high in volume, and especially if they pass over each other right in the like 2 kilohertz range, because that's when shit gets super loud for our ears. So squelchy sounds can like really fucking hurt your ears. But when you do something like this, you have it set so that they're never going to add together and create like a louder signal at points where you might not want it. So yeah, it's more consistent and balanced in the frequency spectrum. Wait. Let's what if we? Well, there's a few things we can do. Now I want to experiment. So let's say we move this over here. Not that LFO. I want this LFO. We can take an LFO. We can map that to the spin rate. We're gonna wobble it. We can speed this up, and then it becomes. Now we're frequency modulating spellbook spinning, right? Which is frequency modulating the bandpass filter location. Sounds fucking cool. And then let's add a saturator and clip it to shit. Nope, that's not good actually. Then let's do some light. Oh, let's put, since I flatlined everything, I basically undid... I don't even have this on. Here, let's turn on the inverse compressor and put it back here. Yeah, I mean, like ducking or it's the exact opposite of ducking. It's just the inverse of that. Something else that's been useful I found is like how to even like if you want to generate ideas, you can take this isn't something I've done in a while. Here, let's take the new song that I just put out. By the way, everyone, did you know I just released a new song? Wow, let's chill it again. So let's take the song. Wait. How do I show the song again? You know, open up this guy. You should all go like it and repost it on SoundCloud. Oh boy. Okay, so we take let's take this fucking this tune here, right? Right, let's stretch it the fuck out and do some weird shit. And then we can add like delays or something. Make it all fucking weird, right? A lot of shit ton of feedback. Right? And you're like, that is so much. I don't know about that. That doesn't sound great at all. And okay, that may stay true actually. But here we can create just grab a hip hop sub. Create a second hip hop sub. And what you can do is you can take some like crazy big mud pie thing of all your sound design, and you can create an inverse sidechain and sidechain it to your sub bass, right? And so we'll create another chain, and then we'll inverse the polarity of this guy. So now you don't hear anything, but whenever you play your sub bass, you will. So if I go down here, you're supposed to play. Oh, I'm supposed to do this. What am I doing? So you can like, no, you're supposed to over here. No, you're supposed to, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, I have a release on this. So you can then use MIDI notes to play out melody. then you can, I don't know, do some... That's a terrible example, but you can see how that might potentially be useful. So like if we take... Let's get better sound design. And then you can like comb through this and just find saturator or something. Basically, it's a way to like layer sounds together easily and then comb through and create other variations and stuff, right? That's the idea. Okay, I don't know. I'm done fucking around with that. It doesn't sound good. But the idea has merit in some cases. Take my word for it. Okay. This song, right? We're working on an intro. This intro also sucks, man. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I don't want to figure it out. I'm over it. Okay, what else can we work on? We can work on the Dream Shaper remix. That'd probably be smart. We did Crabs in the Sand just earlier. I don't know. I don't know what song to work on. Don't want to work on this one. I don't remember what half of these sound like. Oh, this one's kind of cool, I think. This one sounds like Boards of Canada. Right, because I named it something kind of decent. Look at me go. That should be fun. Oh boy. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on. Do my favorite part of the stream where I wait for project file to load and I don't have anything else to grab my attention. I don't know what to talk about. Canadian message boards, eh? Oh. Oh, I got it. I got it. That took me too long. I did the thing where I sort of laughed at the joke even though I didn't get it. Okay, okay. Let's see. I messed with any ground fault skills? No, I have not. I don't fully understand, like, how to structure them. ZenWiki, algorithmic theory. Fault. Ground fault. Algorithmic theory. Oh no, it's pretty much, it tells you how to do it. I mean, I guess it's literally anything that can create this step pattern. Wonder how would you quantify the ratios for this? Because I guess the ratio to every individual step pattern is a little bit different. Like diatonic scales are kind of nice, and how you can quantify the, or not diatonic, but like MOS scales, you know, with just a small and a large step. Pretty easy to quantify. What I should do is I should write another, or I should update my Python script for this as well. Because that's giving me, messing around with Python and generating different MOS scales. The wiki pages are annoying. Yep, they all are. We send you, yeah, go for it. But yeah, I should try researching it, because like I have this Python script where I choose an equal temperament, like we could do 22, for instance. And then I can make my generator be whatever the fifth is, right? The fifth is just going to take what's the nearest interval to 702 cents. So I'll just make generators be the fifth. And then I press this thing, and then this will generate, yeah, right here we have a pentatonic scale, right? These are the trivial scales, the trivial MOSs, right? You know, 1 large, 2 small, etc. We get a pentatonic, diatonic, and then the big shit that we don't really care about. So that's been, wait, actually you probably can't see anything because my face is covering it. No, it's mostly fine. And messing around with this is like giving me a ton of like intuition for, I don't know, how temperaments and stuff work. Because I realized, for instance, I was like, okay, how do I want to get other scales that also have fifths in it. Like, how do I do that, right? Because, like, you know, obviously use a fifth as a generator. They're all going to have fifths. Well, I was like, wait, if I figure out what intervals temper a fifth by stacking them, then all of those intervals are obviously going to create MOSs that have a large amount of fifths in them. So I have whatever this variable here, fifth commas, which it basically just tries to find trivial commas, or like, you know, like a whatever dicot, tricot, dividing it by 2 or 3, and see if any of those intervals exist in that EDO, and then we can use that instead. So if we use the fifth commas, for instance, and then I run this says here 7/22 is, I guess, a close approximation. And then it'll give me, you know, like I can create a 3 large, 7 small scale. Though the ratio for this is 5:1, which means it's probably not going to be that usable, actually. Yeah, stuff like that. Anyways, messing around with that, it gave me a ton of intuition. So I'm going to see if I can, like, I'll read up on the theory and try to understand what the fuck is being talked about, and then try to write my own, like, script for, I guess it's for modifying MOSs. You take any standard typical MOS, and then you can modify it into this kind of form, and then I can figure out, like, what EDOs that works with them. What I should do is, yeah, I should, like, hone in and figure out how the script works, or, like, update the script in such a way that is easily usable, and then I feel like other people, if I can do that, it would probably be, like, useful to other people. Yeah, whenever yeah, the link didn't work. It's not working. I hate when that happens. What? Are you still not? What? Why are you busted, man? Really? You're just fully broken. That's novel. This is new. This isn't normal. idea. This might relate to just intonation a little bit. So we have this kind of boring melody, right? Here. I said right. Why? What? Aren't you playing? Oh, you're not in the. Get out of the group. Right. So I can do some like primodality shit if I want to like just run these two oscillators in parallel. And then I can have this guy. It's like 1 against 5, right? We can also, I can lower the octave by 36, which is basically the 8th harmonic, right? So I can now play 8 against 9. All right, this is a 5th because it's 8 against 12. Hold on, let me. Oh no, don't move that. Move that. But what's really cool is you can also just do FM synthesis with more interesting ratios than the exact harmonics. So this is that's a perfect 5th. It's 11 against 8. Pretty cool. Yeah, and I mean, this guy is playing the first harmonic, but since the fundamentals actually really I'm treating it as the 8th harmonic, this is whatever 1/8 the frequency. I guess, is that a subharmonic? I don't know how that works, but so this guy is phase modulating this guy, just phase modulating this guy. And since this guy is such a low frequency, that phase modulation ends up turning into vibrato, right? Because that like frequency modulation and vibrato, they're the same thing, just on different time scales. Here, you could really hear it if it's at half of the first harmonic. Like, I feel like you can do a lot of really cool just intonation shit with not necessarily adding intervals together, but multiplying them together. You know, do some cool frequency modulation shit. It's kind of wild how learning about microtonality made me understand FM synthesis better. You know, I haven't messed around with. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. It's definitely not as intuitive or powerful as Ableton's. I found Ableton's operator to be the best FM synth, like hands down. How intuitive it is. Well, ratio settings. Hold on. Oh yeah. Because yeah, you can actually. Oh no, you're totally right. Well, except you only have one modulator, right? Because with operator you can like stack modulators, but yeah, if you want to get super complex, then you're gonna have to use something else, I guess. I don't know if you can modulator. Yeah, if you could take in a modulator from like the second engine or something, that could be cool. Wait, never mind. Engine 2. Hold on. Alright, I'm learning. I'm learning. I was just disrespecting Pigments. I'm sorry. Sorry, Pigments. We take this guy. Then we can make that. We'll turn the volume down. Then I have to turn the volume up for this guy. Okay, then this guy we can like. Okay, so this is now acting as our modulator, and then we can modulate this. Wait, can we? Whoa, how's this gonna work? I'm taking it from engine 1, and this is taking it from engine 2. I think it just breaks. I just don't think it works. Am I doing something wrong? I mean, that's a disappointing sound. Oh, maybe it's taking in what engine 1 is before it gets modulated. I don't know, man. I don't know nothing. Well, one thing I do know is the additive synth. You can mess with the ratio here. But you only get up to the 5th harmonic, and then it's like can you even type this in? Can you type in exact ratios? How do you even do that? I don't know. It's not that accurate. I don't know. I don't know anything. Anyways, no infinite cross mod loop. I know. What's the point? What's the point, man? How would that even work? It would. I think it would like it would like converge to some wave probably, right? Like one wave multiplies the other one, and that one multiplies back, and then it just goes back and forth. It would probably converge to some weird shit, right? I don't think it would last forever. I couldn't figure out how to do it. I'm also scared of Pigments because if I tap the arrow keys in Pigments, it deletes my preset. Which, if you know how to not let that happen, please tell me. Nope, I can't type. I know, but look, I tapped an arrow key, new preset, deletes everything. So I've like the amount of times I've like worked on one patch for way too long, and then tapped an arrow key, it boggles the mind. I can't describe how long I've spent Googling trying to figure out how to... Thank you. Thank you. It only took me, when did I buy pigments? Like 10 months ago? It took me about 10 months. I don't know what the fuck to put here. I'm tired at this point. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. Okay. Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. It was a hoot. Got to make some progress on some songs. Got to listen to some of your songs. Got to give feedback. Got to shill my song, which I'm gonna do again for the 4th time this string. Oh boy, go listen to the song that I just put out. How fun is that? You should listen to it. Yeah, I'll probably stream again tomorrow. Oh, fuck, I have to do stuff. I have so much I have to do. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stream again tomorrow. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I hope you have a good start to your weekend. Yay, happy Friday. Alright. Take care. Yeah, thanks Gordon for stopping by. Yeah, no, it was a hoot. Hopefully next time you'll tune in when I'm like, I don't know, doing more microtonal theory stuff, but we got to touch on that for a second, so that was cool. Yeah, and the frequency modulation, just intonation stuff is pretty cool. All right, take care. Later, bacon cake. Thanks for stopping by.